Welcome back to Behind the Gloves, proudly sponsored by BUSR Betting. I'm Gaz Singh and I'm being joined by big man Shakan. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks, man. How about yourself?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. Obviously, May 22nd in a couple of days' time. You've got your return fight since you were last out in December. How's camp been for this fight?
It's been good, man. Just been knuckled down, focused in the gym. Things have been good in the gym. The gym buzz has been good, and myself, man, I'm feeling ready. I'm just all guns blazing, ready to go.
And just to bring your attention to your opponent, Jermaine Springer, he's got a decent record. He's 7-2. Have you seen much of him?
Only seen. I think I caught a few of the rounds for his last fight when he fought that Whitaker. Is it Whitaker? When he fought him, it seems game. You know, he brings it. He comes to fight. So it's what I want and what I need, and I look forward to putting on a good display and getting the win.
Since your last fight, have you got like a bit between your teeth? Like, are you feeling a bit more aggressive than normal? Will you be hunting for a knockout? Just put it straight.
More or less so. Obviously in an intelligent way, but my main focus is to win. However I win, if it's that's points or a KO, of course, you know what I mean. KO is always good and always on the cards and always in my head, but however I win, I'll win on the night. I'll make the adjustments and put it on him, really.
And a generic question I seem to be asking everyone is, the fans are back. Finally, the fans are back. Yeah. Do you think that's going to make a difference to your game, and how excited are you that the fans are back?
I think it can't make a mad difference in the sense where the fans can't fight for you, but it's good to obviously have like your loved ones, your close family and friends, and the fans in general back, because at the end of the day they create the atmosphere, the buzz in the atmosphere, so it's good to have them back for sure.
And I saw on your social media 4 years as a pro, a title every year. Are you aiming for the same thing this year, another title?
100%, man. Another title or two if I can. You never know. But I'm definitely in hunt for another title, and that's all it's been for me. Pushing on my career, elevating it every year, and with each fight as well. So this is what I'm in boxing for. To reach the heights what I want to reach.
If you could pick your ideal path, what two belts you said to? What two would you be gunning for?
My ideal, what is it like?
So this year, say the rest of 2021, say after May, say if you're successful, say you have another 2 fights this year, and it could be for belts. What belts would you want personally to be on the line?
Me personally, I'd welcome any of the belts that I haven't had. I'd welcome any of the belts, like the Commonwealth, whatever, the European, or even one international titles or something like that. But whatever, who knows? I don't know. My main focus is for Saturday. I got to focus on that, get the job done. As you say, Jermaine's, is not to be overlooked. So I got to, go out there, put on a good display, get the win done before I think about any titles. But obviously, for me, I'd like to push on to. It's not necessarily even just the titles I ain't got. If the British made sense, and I'd like obviously the rematch with Craig, 100%. But if the British made sense going forward for my career, then that's what it'd have to be. But we'll see, man. My main focus is Saturday, May 22nd. I gotta get this job done for real.
I'm glad you brought up Craig, because I didn't want to. But obviously, casting your mind back to December, have you had a chance to kind of review your performance and kind of figure out where you went wrong, what you would do different next time if the rematch was to ever come your way? Yeah,
of course. There's a few mistakes we did make. There's a few things also happened as well during our camp. But there's a few mistakes we made, and again, man, look, it's boxing. We had the fight, the better man won on that day, and I'd hope to just run it back again further down the line. Again, it's not something where I'm gonna have all my energy and my mindset just set on Craig or whatever. That's not how I operate or how I run my career. Whether we do meet or don't meet, my career main focus is to keep elevating, keep moving up. So this is what I'm in the sport for, and that's what I aim to do.
Well, credit to you, Shaq, because you didn't make any excuses. Obviously, you took your loss like a man. But I just want to kind of touch quickly on the domestic scene. Obviously, you've got the likes of Craig Richards, who just fought for a title, Joshua Buatsi, Callum Johnson, Lyndon Arthur, Anthony Yard. Do you believe you belong up there with them? Are those the type of people that you want to fight? Will that get kind of the juices flowing?
I'm in it to fight, obviously, good fighters, and fight's what makes sense with me. As far as me comparing myself to anyone, you know, I stay in my own lane in the sense where I just focus on my own career. That's the media's job and the fans' job to then compare other fighters. I've never ever been like, oh, I should be up here with these people or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, if you focus on your own path, make the small adjustments and steps going forward, then, you know, within time you'll be past that, or even past the names you mentioned or whatever. So for me, my main focus is just focusing on my career, literally. There's good fights in this domestic scene. Of course, I want to be a part of the good fights and, you know, take these fights with these fighters as long as it makes sense for my career going forward.
Perfect. And just last thing about Craig Richards, did you watch his fight against Bivol, and what did you think of his performance?
He gave a good account of himself. He done what he had to do. You know, Bivol's a talented fighter. I'm sure he's like ranked number 2 or something. So, you know, he's a good fighter. We all know that. I think at times probably he showed him a bit too much respect. Don't get me wrong, taking nothing away from his performance, he performed well. It was a close fight, but I'm sure he'd be kicking himself a bit because he probably may have felt that he could have done a bit more in the ring. That's all I say. But I'm not here to criticise him. You know, he done his thing. He done what he had to do. Bivol's a good fighter, but like I said, man, you know, these kind of opportunities, world title fights, don't come around every day. So if you have one, you kind of want to be leaving out there knowing that you put it all in there. You don't want to live in regret thinking, I wish I'd done more. But you know, we would have taken a lot of valuable experience from that. We would have learned a lot from that fight, and I'm sure it would give him a lot of confidence as well going into his next potential fights or whatever.
And kind of like the last couple of questions from me. The first one being, what's your mindset like going, obviously taking your first defeat and now coming on back on the comeback? Because they always say the comeback's always greater than the setback. So what's your mindset like going into this fight?
My mindset before I had my loss was always to win. My mindset after I've had this loss is still going to be to win, get the win. I train so hard in the gym. Many boxers train hard in the gym, and you know, myself personally, I visualise only getting the win. So of course, when I took my first loss, it was hard to take, and I think now that I know that feeling, it's like a survival, you know, a survival instinct kicked into my head, like where I don't want to feel like that again. I don't want to, you know, have that feeling of losing, putting all that in camp to lose again. So I know I've got that fire in my belly. I know I got the grit in my teeth to literally put all that behind me and just come back to, you know, my winning self, my winning ways. Because it weren't a good feeling. It weren't a good feeling. But you know, we moved forward from that. I've dusted it off, as you said. You know, I took the loss like a man. No excuses. Lost to the better man on the day. We come back. Hopefully, if we do meet each other, it'd be good. I could rectify that. If not, I'm just gonna carry on and stay on the winning path.
Well, perfect. Again, like you took it like a man. Perfect response, Shaq. And just a last, have you got a message to all your supporters, all your fans, everybody that's been supporting you from day one?
Yeah, man. Just thanks to everyone who's supporting the journey. I get a lot of positive messages from many people, man, who've, you know, just offering their words of inspiration and, you know, their words of encouragement to my career and things as well, and how it's affected them and how it's played a good part on them as well. So I appreciate all my fans and, you know, everyone who's been supporting me and carrying on following my journey. May 22nd we're back, man, and we'll be back on winning ways.
Well, perfect. We'll end it there. Shakan Peters, thank you very much for speaking to us here behind the gloves. We'll catch up with you on fight night. Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Oh, hey there, fight fans. Didn't see you there. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go to do so by clicking right here, or else.